And do you know in what?
Um, right now, I just would like to go towards my AA.
Your AA? Okay. And so have you looked into CBC? Like, do you know what it takes, or do you want to go somewhere else?
That's where I would like to start taking night classes, yes.
Okay, awesome. All right, and how would that change your life to get your AA degree?
Well, it'd be a start to, it'd be a start to an education. I mean, I like what I do right now, but
Mm-hmm.
I would actually like to become a dental hygienist eventually.
Okay, so you do have something you want to become. Okay, why do you want to become that?
Because I've worked in that field before and I really enjoyed it.
Awesome. Okay, does it happen to make more money? Would that be beneficial?
Yes.
Okay.
The main That's one of the other main reasons that I would like to do that.
Okay, awesome. So do you see how your goals from when we talked a couple months ago to now, how you've almost morphed them into these ones that are like your most deep-seated goal? Like before it was travel, and
Yeah.
actually your travel would probably more likely happen if this goal happened. Do you see what I'm saying? When you keep setting goals over and over again, you probably think I'm like this broken record and why can't she quit talking about goals? She's so obnoxious, okay? But this is why. Exactly what you just did, Maria. You went from being on the beach to I want a Apple laptop because I want to go to school, because I want to be a dental hygienist, because it would do what it would do for my life. That's a whole different level of goal. And does that, like, how does it feel different saying I want an education and know I did that and I can make more money? How does that feel versus I want to be on the beach? Like, does one feel like more centered and deep than the other, or do they feel the same?
Well, travel is more for fun, and I think that school is more a
Mm-hmm.
long term setting kind of goal.
Yeah.
Travel's more short term.
Okay. All right. So if you were to put up an image of that big picture, what would that image be to you? What would you see?
I would see me in a graduation cap.
Okay. All right. So can you print that picture out today?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to send me a copy of your picture in a graduation cap. If you even want, you can send me a picture of yourself and I'll have my son Photoshop you with a cap on. Okay? Serious. I would totally do that for you. I'd even come take your picture and do it all for you.
Okay.
Okay? That's the thing that you have to hang on to. Okay? And you got to move the picture around, put it on a keychain and put it on your phone and you got to move it around cuz you stick something on your computer and you quit looking at it even though it's there, like you don't read the words or pay attention to it, right? Like we all do that after a couple weeks of hanging up there, we kind of quit noticing it's there. Okay? That deep-seated what you want, do you realize that's going to motivate you to close more apps? Okay, to make those tweaks and change in habits. When you remember what you most want, it'll be worth the pain of change. I mean, I don't ask you to do anything hard that's painful, but it is hard to change habits, right? Both you and Cecilia are experienced, Cecilia a little bit longer, but you both have kind of a system and you have kind of an average number of apps you close. But you actually can close more with a few extra skills. If you hang on to this, you want to be a college graduate, it's going to get you that laptop, get you into CBC, et cetera, et cetera. That's what helps motivate us. Okay? All right, so I want you to hang on to that, and I'm going to go down to Shelly and Anna, but I want you to think about how many apps you want to close this month and what you want your percentage to be. Okay? Let's increase your percentage, and I'm going to give you some tools for that today. Okay, let's see how much background noise we have down here. Can you guys see? Let's see. Okay, so Shelly and Anna, what would it mean to you guys to get a little extra money this time of year?
Well, for me, it's less about gifts and more about family time because my kids are bigger and starting to sort of leave the nest, so family time's kind of premium.
Okay.
And for us to do things as far as travel, it gets spendy because I have 6 kids.
Wow.
Plus a husband. So, to do something together is pretty expensive. So, there's a few things that I'd like to do. We'd like to, especially during the holidays, go see the steam train.
Oh, fun. Okay.
And we'd like to make a trip to California to see the Disney Christmas show. Probably not this year, but we're looking forward to doing that at some point.
Okay, awesome. So what would be the image that you would print off that would help you remember those 2 goals?
I think probably when I actually have my whole crowd together here for the next few days. So I'm going to try to get a family portrait done of all of us.
Uh-huh.
I haven't had done in several years where we've all been together. So I think just having one of those with all of us together would be very motivating.
Okay, cool. All right. So, even if you need to draw a stick figure one for right now and everybody's name is labeled and you're like, I want this to turn into an actual portrait. Okay, if you take your pencil and you draw little stick figures and name all those 6 kids and put yourself in there, okay, that goes like, this has got to change. This has got to be a portrait and I want it on the steam train. Okay? Like, I need you to put something fun down, okay? I love how you guys laugh at me. Okay, can you do that today?
I can try. I'm not a very good artist.
No, seriously, I can't do art. No, I'm talking stick figures. I am not talking art. I want it to be ugly, Shelly, because I want you to replace it with the cool thing.
Okay.
If you draw it nice, that'll be enough. That's not what we're going for. We're going for ugly.
Ugly I can do.
Okay?
Okay.
Ugly is the goal.
Got it.
Okay, Anna, how about you?
I have a couple of goals set in mind. One would be to get out of Yakima for a while.
Okay. Do you know where you want to go?
Even if it's just going to Seattle.
Okay. What would you do there?
I guess get to know whole Seattle since it's really big. Usually every time I go, I just go to the stores. I don't go to the Space Needle or do something different.
Okay. Have you been to the Space Needle before?
One time. But I wasn't old enough to go outside and die.
Okay. Have you been to Pike Market?
Yes, I've been there. So I guess just to leave for a while. I mean, would be even just a weekend because I have to work.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So weekend getaway. And you want to go somewhere bigger. This isn't about just going, getting out of Yakima. Like, you want to go experience something?
Yeah, my goal is hopefully sometime in the next year or so, maybe 2, go to Hollywood.
Okay.
And then I would like to visit the museum, the Wax Museum.
Awesome. Okay, so when you think about those goals, what pictures do you see in your mind?
Marilyn Monroe.
Say again?
Marilyn Monroe?
Marilyn Monroe. Okay. So kind of that whole image of this experiencing life kind of thing.
Correct.
Okay. So can you get that picture put up by today?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. I love the Marilyn Monroe. That's awesome. Okay. So these goals have got to be up. Did you come up with anything else, Cecilia? As everybody, sometimes other people talk about their goals and it sparks somebody else's. Is there anything else besides the gift for your son?
I'm thinking about myself, but
That works for me. What is it?
I don't know. I just got an early Christmas present, so I got what I wanted.
You want to tell us what you got?
A Mac.
Oh, cool.
but it was a gift, so I'm trying to think what else I could get for myself.
Free is good.
My goal right now is a home.
A home. Okay.
My lease is up in February, and that's what I'm working on right now, is trying not to renew my lease and get into a home, and it's right around the corner. So that's my biggest goal.
Have you been to the first time home buyers class?
I've been through that, and it's a nightmare. I mean, it's just a nightmare. It's a big step for me, you know, because I already had a home. So, you know, now I'm actually getting a home on my own, you know, because I went through a divorce. So it's scary out there.
Yeah, it is. So what does it look like? If you put an image up of a home, what would it be? What would it look like, Cecilia?
I have so many different ones in mind. I don't know. I have to find, I guess that's what I'm going to have to find, is a picture of a home and print it out and put it on my desk.
So that might take a little bit of thinking. Can you do that by the end of the week?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, I could draw a stick one, but it's really not going to motivate me.
I want something better than the stick house.
Yeah.
You kind of need, but you might, the other thing that you might want to do is put a list of what you want, the features or the qualities or whatever you want of the house, you know, so many bedrooms or a big backyard or a small backyard or a porch or 2-story or dishwasher. I don't know, like whatever it is. Do you know, so you have more of a visual in your head of what you're really wanting.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So you got to get those goals posted. Now,
Okay.
The other thing is, do you know your goal number for this pay period? What is it? Hit me with the number, ladies.
Mine is 40.
40?
Yeah.
Is that, now what was last, I didn't get your numbers from last pay period.
Last pay period, I wrote 25, and I did like 52 quotes.
Okay, so you're about at 50% too.
Yeah.
Okay, so how would it feel if we could get you up to 55, 57, 60%?
That would be great.
Okay, I have some very specific ideas for you. And Cecilia, you're right. Just like you said in the past, it means you have to change your habits. And it sucks. Okay, it's hard to change your habits. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it's easy. I will not tell you that, but I will tell you it's possible to do it. Okay? Now, I want to know what's on your desk. I've sent you several different documents. I want to know which of the documents I've sent you are permanently on your desk. What's on your desk, Maria?
I have this one on my desk.
Okay, so you don't have the thing underneath it to who to call.
The who to call the time frame one, I just use CMS to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I do too. That's my habit, is I don't write it down because it's all in the computer.
I just use the tab.
That's fine. Is your phone calling system on your desk?
No. Mine isn't right underneath my calendar.
Yours is under your calendar, so it is accessible?
Yes.
Okay, how about you two? Anna and Kelly?
I actually have a folder that has all mine in it, so that I, all of the things that we've been doing, so that I can just open the folder and put through what I need.
Perfect. How about you, Anna?
I have mine in a folder too, on the side of my desk.
Okay. All right.
As far as the callbacks, and just to give you a little background, we get into trouble for writing phone numbers onto paper. That's why we use CMS. Gary,
Oh, okay.
want us writing it on paper because they get lost, they get shuffled. They want it in the system so that we have we can track everything. It's all right there together.
Is there a way for you to go back and look at how many in those 2-week period that you said you'd call back?
I actually I made my own little, tick off chart for, my closes.
Uh-huh.
And I have another column over here as these are the ones that I'm calling back.
Mm-hmm.
So I can keep track of them for myself.
Okay. It's really important that we start figuring out if it makes you more money to call people back. Does that make sense? If you just call them and you don't get it closed or can't get a hold of them, is it worth your time? Go ahead, Anna.
So, back then, I would just call, if they didn't pick up, left a message, they would never call back.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't leave messages for the first 2 times. They would usually call back, and then Hope would put a message on me. And then I would tell her, and I would speak to them, and they'd be like, oh, well, my pay period is until this day. And I'm like, well, can I follow up till that day? And then that's how I've been getting my closes.
Awesome. So you are getting closes with calling back.
Yeah.
Yay! That's awesome. Well done. Do you know how many extra you closed last month because of that?
I had more walk-ins last time, so maybe about 6.
But that's $100. 6 extra ones is $100.
Oh.
Well, 90,
Okay.
right? Yeah, right? I'm doing that, right? 6 times 15.
It is 90.
I mean, and Anna, do you realize you had the highest closing rate?
I didn't.
You had the highest percentage.
Is that without other?
Come up closing rate.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I don't know how many, I'm not comparing to other people, your number of closings, but your percentage is higher. 6 extra is an extra $90. Was that worth making those phone calls?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're totally getting this. You're thinking outside the box and you're figuring it out. Good job. Okay. So, and I know, Shelly, you're following up on those homeowner quotes. And so Maria and Cecilia, tell me how it worked for you with calling people back this month or the last 2 weeks.
Well, I got
Go
4.
over, Cecilia. I'm over here.
Well, I got 4 for the last pay period, but yesterday I did 4 over the phone that called me back. Just
That
yesterday.
called you back or you called them back?
I called them and they called me back.
I
just did 4 yesterday in one day.
Awesome.
So I'm hoping, keeping my fingers crossed, that this pay period is going to be a good one because we only have 10 days. This pay period is short.
Oh. Well, every pay period has 10 working days.
But it just seems like this one is just, we only have exactly 2 weeks. Usually we have, 13 or, so this one, now that we're getting closer to the holidays, it just seems like more motivation, I guess.
Right. Okay, so you basically had 8 extra that you closed because you followed up.
Mm-hmm.
So have you been able to use the phone system a little bit more with, hey, this is Cecilia calling. By the way, we talked about insurance. Do you have a quick minute?
Yes.
Awesome. You leaving off Mid-Columbia?
Yes.
Woo! Raise your girlfriend. All right. And this is what kind of sucks with these pay period things, where you're like, I could add, you could add 4 to your number on this one, or you could let next month look, next pay period look a little higher. I mean, these numbers are ebb and flow. Do you know what I mean? They're not exact. They just help give us some feedback. Okay. Now, Maria, I know you're good at using the system, putting the names in. How did it go for you with calling people back?
I have not been sticking to the scripts, but I need to work on sticking to the scripts.
Okay.
To see if it works.
Where is your script?
It's right here, right now. I'm going to put it right next to the phone.
All right. You have a good change you're going to make today. You got that Mac in mind, getting that computer, using that script. Okay. Awesome. This is how it goes. Okay. We all take time to change different habits, but you're getting it. It's coming. Okay. So if you're looking, I'm going to give you one more tip that you can do, and you can definitely see a difference in closing rate. You should be able to go up a couple percentage points by doing this little tip I have for you. Sorry, excuse me. If you're looking at your agenda under closings, this is if you get a no. because this is the whole goal, is that there's two goals. That one, we get more yeses in general, and two, that you get more yeses on the phone or the first time that you talk to them, even if it's face to face, right? Everybody would love to see that percentage go up. Saves you time, you make more money, right?
Right.
Everybody agree there? Okay. So the first one that this is the simplest thing that you can do, and it's going to take some extra practice. So you're going to have to put a note somewhere for yourself, okay? Get your Post-it out, put it on your computer or your phone or something where you'll look at it. And this is what you do. When they say no, you just say, okay, I understand. Can I ask you a quick question? Okay, and wait for them to say yes or no, because they're going to be curious. Most of the time, they're going to say yes. Hang on, Elizabeth, just 1 second. And so what I want you to do is, could you remind me the main reason you called in today to get insurance? What was your biggest concern about getting it sooner than later? And let them tell you either their insurance is lapsed, or that they're buying a new car and they can't get it without insurance, or whatever their reason is. And you guys sent me that whole list of pros and cons, or basically the cons to not having insurance. Do a little friendly education, okay? Because you've got a ticket for this in the past, because you're worried about getting in an accident, because just repeat back to them their why. I really would love to try to help you get this today. Is there any way that you could find a way to pay for it today so you have insurance today? Okay? Now, I know that's a little scary, right? Because it's a little more forward than, because before you just said, they said yes or no, and you wrote it up or didn't write it up and you moved on, right? Okay? But you're just helping them to remember, because they came in with this reason, now they've heard a price, and now they're like, oh, can I really afford that? Okay, that's part of what's going on. Or do I really want to spend that money? No, I would rather, go buy my, whatever it is. I know most of the people you work with, their money is tight, but people still have choices how they're going to spend their money. Okay, so Shelly and Anna and Cecilia and Maria, I need you to practice this on each other. You tell her, no, I don't want, I'm not going to sign up for the insurance today. And ask, remind me, let me ask you a quick question. Pause. Tell me a little bit again what your main reason was for coming in and getting a quote on insurance today. What's your main concern? What's your main reason for wanting to get insurance sooner than later? And then you guys are the experts in this, right? You know what the penalties are. You know what the benefits are. Politely educate them. Hey, let me tell you a little bit about why I would love to help you get it today. And tell them why it benefits them. Okay? And you're still going to have people walk out and say no. But you will have a couple extra closes. People will go, okay, you're right. I really should do it today. Okay? Will you go to 90%? No, but we can get you to 60% doing this. Do you see what I'm saying? They need to remember just like when we talked about with your goals, they need to remember how it's going to benefit them. We all hate paying for insurance. I would rather use it to go eat out or, travel or whatever too. All of us wish that insurance wasn't a necessary thing, but it is, right? You guys have seen negative things happen for people because they didn't have it. Agreed? Like, you are the experts. You need to act like the expert and say, I show that you care, show that you want to help them, and that, hey, by the way, did you know if you got caught without it, it's $550. Or you could be losing your license, or if you get in an accident, or you could get sued. We want to help you have what you need. Is that scary? Yes, no, maybe, no? Okay. Maria, you're always making fun of me. Okay? But it won't roll off your tongue if you don't practice it. Okay? When you guys have told me things are slow or there's a downtime, you've got to take a few minutes to practice this. The first time you try to say it with a client, you're going to think, oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? You have to practice it rolling off your tongue. Okay? It's really important or it won't work as well as you'll kind of stumble it out. You think you should have it because I don't want to get a ticket. Okay? Like, you'll sound, and you'll feel goofy and you won't want to do it again. You got to feel like a dork and practice it with your safe friend in your office. Okay? Maria, you're so... She's like, cry laughing at me up there. Okay?
Okay.
All right? But you will increase the percentage by doing this. So you got to give it a try and you got to track it. Every time someone says no, I want you to track if you asked, hey, by the way, what was the main reason you wanted to do this? I want you to track that. And how many then turned around and said yes. This is called a checkmate close. It's like that last final, are you sure this isn't what you want to do today? Okay, this actually technique has a name.
No.
Okay, so you're gonna play hardball and play chess with them.
Okay.
Okay. So checkmate closes. So I want an email from you by, today's Tuesday, by Wednesday night telling me you guys have practiced it. And Shelly and Anna, you're gonna have to teach Jose to play hardball. Okay, can you guys do that? Oops, let me unmute you. Hang on. What were you saying?
So we could try.
I think Jose'd have fun playing hardball. All right. So remember, get your goals up. Get your goal numbers up. I want an email with what your number is and that you've practiced. Okay? It's really important. It's 9 o'clock. You guys are awesome. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.